Hi everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the current affair of March month for the state of Assam. We have already covered the January and February month. My name is Ravneet Kaur. The lecture will be based on MCQ pattern. We will discuss the important current events of March month in the MCQ format. So let's start with the video. The first question is in the context of carbon stock. The question is, which of the following region has country's biggest carbon stock? And this data has been released by India State of Forest Report 2019. Now first understand what is carbon stock. Basically, forest carbon stock is the amount that decide that how much carbon has been sequestered from the environment and it gets stored in the forest ecosystem. Basically, the forest ecosystem sequestered the carbon in 5 pools. How it can capture the carbon from the environment? It works on the 5 pools. Firstly, it can store that carbon in the above ground biomass. Secondly, below ground biomass. Thirdly, it can also store the carbon in dead wood. In the fourth pattern, it can store the carbon in litter. And in fifth number, it can capture the carbon in the soil organic matter. So you can remember that the forest ecosystem captured the carbon in 5 pools, and you can remember all these 5 pools. So carbon stock is nothing but it is the sequestering of carbon from the environment in the forest ecosystem. So the question is, which of the following region of country has the biggest carbon stock? The correct answer is Northeast. Northeastern India has the capacity to capture the carbon more when we compare it with all across other part of India. Also, you can remember about India State of Forest Report that it is the biennial publication of Forest Survey of India. Forest Survey of India works under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. India State of Forest Report basically assess the forest and tree cover, bamboo resources, carbon stock and forest fires. This question was about the carbon stock. Also, one more important point in the context of 2019 report was that it was the first time that this report assessed the qualitative nature of forest cover. Otherwise, it always covered the quantitative nature, but this time it also assessed the qualitative nature of forest cover, which include biodiversity and the type of plants and trees found in the forest. Also, it has created the first time National Forest Inventory on the produce from forest. So these are the important points. This forest report is important, released by Forest Survey of India. And as per 2019 report, the biggest carbon stock has been found in Northeast. And if we talk particularly about the state, like in which of the following state the highest carbon stock has been seen, then the state is Arunachal Pradesh. Arunachal Pradesh alone has a forest cover of 60%. And with 60% forest coverage, it captures the maximum carbon when we compare it with the other state all across the India. So these are very important points. Remember, India State of Forest Report 2019 is very important from your exam perspective. Let's move to the next question. Next question is about the state forest cover in northeastern states particularly. The question is, which of the following northeastern state has not seen any shrunk since the last assessment of India State of Forest Report? And that report was released in 2017. The correct answer is Assam has not seen the shrunk in forest cover if we compare it with the previous report of 2017. You can see the chart here. Remember, moderately dense forest cover the maximum geographical area if we talk about the forest ecosystem. And at the second number, we find open forest. And lastly, very less percentage are covered by the very dense forest. Apart from that, you can also remember that if we talk about the forest cover of India, then the area wise, the highest forest cover is seen in the Madhya Pradesh. Also, if we talk about the forest cover in term of percentage, then the highest forest cover is in Mizoram. And the shrunk of forest cover is mainly due to the shifting cultivation and the development which has been going on in the northeastern. Next question is about the India State of Forest Report 2019. I have already discussed many points about the report. You have to find the incorrect statement with reference to this report. The first point is it is published by the Forest Survey of India. Second is it has been mandated to assess the forest and tree resources of the country. I have already told you that it also assesses the carbon stock. And along with that, it cover the wall-to-wall forest cover mapping in a biennial cycle. Third point is ISFR 2019 is the 10th report in the series. Fourth is none of the above. The incorrect option is option number 3 because the report has been started in 1987 and it has been the 16th report, not the 10th report. Okay, it is released biennially, remember, okay, after 2 years. Next question is about Bharat Petroleum Corporation Board, which has recently approved the sale of some percentage stake in the Numligarh refinery amounting 9875 crore rupees. So how much percentage stake Bharat Petroleum Corporation Board has approved in this refinery? The sale will be approximately of 61.65% stake. These stake will be purchased by the Oil India Limited, Engineers India Limited and the Assam government. Remember, Numligarh refinery is basically a joint venture between Bharat Petroleum, Oil India and government of Assam. Now, Engineering India Limited will also purchase these stakes which will be sold by the Bharat Petroleum Corporation Board. This Numligarh refinery is located in the Morangi Golaghat district, Assam, and it lies along the National Highway 37. This is important. National Highway 37 is along this Numligarh refinery. Next question is India is going to explore the uranium reserve first time in the northeastern state. So in which of the following northeastern state we are going to explore this uranium reserve? The correct answer is Arunachal Pradesh. Siang district of Arunachal Pradesh is the one where we will explore the uranium reserve. Uranium reserve is particularly a radioactive element which is used in the nuclear energy production. And this exploration will also enhance the nuclear energy production and capacity in the India. If we talk about the pollution associated with the nuclear energy production, then the radioactive waste is getting generated from the production of nuclear energy. If we try to handle this radioactive waste very safely, then nuclear energy can also be turned into the cleanest mode of energy production. Remember, this is important. Okay, Siang district of the Arunachal Pradesh is the one where we are going to explore this uranium reserve. Next question is about the Bhavna. It was seen in the news. Find the correct option with reference to the Bhavna. The first point is it is a traditional form of entertainment with religious information and it is actually very popular in the Assam. It is a form of entertainment popular in the Assam. And also second is it is the creation of Shankradeva written in the early 16th century. The correct option is both 1 and 2. Mark it right here. Option number 3 is the correct. Shankradeva was actually a Sant reformer born in 1449 AD in Nagaon district of Assam. He actually started the Neo-Vaishnavite movement in the state of Assam particularly. If we talk more about the Bhavna, then basically Bhavna is nothing but it is a theatrical performance and it is written in the Assamese and Brajavali languages. Bhavna is a theatrical performance which is performed sometimes in the monastery also. Also, you can remember that the actors who perform this Bhavna is known as Bhauriya. The plays of Bhavna are also known as Ankiya Nats And the performance of Ankiyanats are known as Bhavna. So remember all these points. Languages also remember that Bhavnas are written in Assamese and Brajavali, and it was the creation of Shankradeva, who has written it in the 16th century. Next question is about the rhinos in India. Find the incorrect option with reference to rhinos. First one is only great one-horned rhino are found in India. Second is rhinoceros mainly eat grass and their diet consists of entirely grass, leaves, branches of shrubs and trees, and fruits and aquatic plants. Third point is in India they are basically distributed in state of Assam, West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh. Fourth point is IUCN status of great one-horned rhino is endangered. The incorrect option is option number 4. Remember, the IUCN status of great one-horned rhino is vulnerable. And also in the Wildlife Protection Act 1972, they are placed in Schedule 1. One-horned rhino was in news because different Assamese political party claim that they have tried to reduce the poaching of one-horned rhino. And if we talk about the report of Department of Forest of State of Assam, then Department of Forest said that the 86% reduction in poaching activities has been seen in the last 3 years in one rhino category. Also, you can remember that in the Assam, there are basically 4 protected areas where we found this one-horned rhino. These 4 protected areas are Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park, Pabitora Wildlife Sanctuary, Kaziranga National Park and Manas National Park. The particular habitat of one-horned rhino is Indo-Nepal Tarai region, and it has been also found in the northern West Bengal and state of Assam. Next question is about the tribal area of Assam. Which of the following is not the specific tribal area of the state of Assam? The correct answer is option number 4. Chakma is not the tribal area in state of Assam, but it is the tribal area of Tripura. Remember, in India, there are 4 particular states where the tribal area has been declared. That states are Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. You can see in the map, the area demarcated here belongs to the Meghalaya. Here the Mizoram tribal areas. Here you can see the Assam tribal areas. Okay. And the fourth one is Tripura, where the Chakma tribal area is a part of this Tripura. Next question is important. Which of the following schedule of the Constitution protect the tribal resident and also provide the autonomy to these tribal residents so that they can establish autonomous development committee? This autonomous development committee has the power to formulate law related to land, public health, agriculture and etc. The correct answer is 6th schedule. This 6th schedule of India basically provides the power for creation of tribal areas in the 4 states of India, that are Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. And the power of these tribal areas actually lies in this autonomous development committee, which has the power to formulate law on different subjects. These are also known as autonomous development councils. If we talk more about autonomous development council or the provisions associated with the autonomous development councils, then these are mentioned in Article 244 and Article 275 of Indian Constitution. This was in news because there has been no proposal of the implementation of Panchayati system in the state of Assam or in other tribal areas of the Meghalaya, Tripura and Mizoram. Ministry of Home Affairs has proposed to implement the Panchayati Raj system in these tribal areas also, but the people of Autonomous Development Council has rejected this idea and persisted for the autonomous development of the region. So that's why it was in news. Longai Reserve Forest was seen in news because the Assam Forest Department has admitted application to the Guwahati High Court claiming The 320 hectare of reserve forest land of Longai Reserve Forest has been encroached by the people of Mizoram. So in which of the following district of Assam this Longai Reserve Forest lies? The correct answer is in Karimganj district. Next question is important. It is about the Japi. Japi was seen in news. Basically, it is a type of conical hat. Which of the following material is used for the formation of this conical hat? You can see in the diagram. If you can recognize the material from the diagram, then it will be good. Remember, it is made up of the dried toku. Basically, it is a palm tree found in the upper rainforest of Assam. So, which is the material which is used for this conical hat? The correct answer is bamboo. You can see the diagram. Bamboo is used for the formation of this conical hat. If particular tree is asked in the question, then it would be a palm tree which is found in the rainforest of Assam. Due to the parliamentary election, decorative japis were all across the Assam and used frequently. So that's why japi was seen in the news. Next question is again important. Which of the following is a made of bell-shaped metal and it has essentially a tray with a stand on the bottom with or without cover? You can find this bell-shaped metal in every SMS family. The correct answer is Zorai. Zorai is basically a bell-shaped metal. You can see in the diagram. Zorai, Gamosa, Japi, these all were frequently in the news due to parliamentary election. And these were regularly used as a highlight for highlighting the culture of Assam particularly. Third one, that is Gamosa. It is a type of shawl which is used by the artisan of Assam and formed frequently. It can also be used sometime as a towel in the Assamese family. Next question is about the Udbhav initiative. Which of the following state government has launched this Udbhav initiative? It was particularly launched in the post-COVID scenario so that in the schools, hygienic practices can be promoted and started and the school-going children study in a safe and clean environment. The correct answer is Sikkim government has started this unique initiative named Udbhav. Every child-friendly school require appropriate wash initiative under this Udbhav measures so that harmful bacteria, viruses and parasites can be prevented and they cannot be transmitted to the children. It will also promote the healthy environment and it will also promote the hygienic practices among the students. Next question is about the longest bridge of country. We have also covered such kind of question in the previous month current affair. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently laid the foundation stone for this country's longest bridge which will be formed on the Brahmaputra river. It will connect the Assam with the state of Meghalaya. Which of the particular place of Meghalaya will be connected with the place Dhubri which is located in the Assam? The correct answer is Fulbari. Fulbari of Meghalaya will be connected with the Dhubri and it will be the longest bridge of country. The length will be 19 km. It will be a 4-lane bridge. Also remember the cost of this bridge. It will be around 5,000 crore. Present context, if we talk, the longest bridge in the present context is Dhola Sadia Bridge, which is 9.15 km long. And Dhola Sadia Bridge is also referred as Bhupen Hazarika Setu. It is also on the Brahmaputra river. Remember, Dhubri Fulbari Bridge will be the 8th bridge over the Brahmaputra river. It will reduce the distance of 20 minutes. It will reduce the distance of 6 hours to the 20 minutes. So this bridge is very important. Amount is also very important. Remember, it will connect the Assam and Meghalaya. Foundation stone has already been laid. If this bridge gets completed, then it will provide a third alternative linked to the Meghalaya, Manipuram, Mizoram, Tripura and Barak Valley of Assam with the rest of the country. And rest of the country can connect with the northeastern states in a very less time. Next question is about the government report regarding the state of flood in Assam. This report suggests that Brahmaputra and its tributaries alone wash away approximately 8,000 hectares of land every year in the state of Assam and neighboring states also. How much percentage of state total area get eroded due to the Brahmaputra and its tributaries? The correct answer is 7.40% area of Assam get eroded every year or washed away every year by the Brahmaputra and its tributaries. In 1950s, it was around 4.27 lakh hectare area, which has now increased to 8,000 hectares. If we talk more about the river Brahmaputra, then it originates under the name of Siang or Dihang from the Chemayungdung Glacier of Kailash Range near Mansarovar Lake. It enters the India from Arunachal Pradesh. Sadia town of Arunachal Pradesh is the entry point of Brahmaputra in the state of Assam, state of Arunachal Pradesh. You can also remember the tributaries of Brahmaputra. These are Dibang, Lohit, Siang, Buri, Tihing, Tista, and Dhansiri. It is a perennial river and several peculiar characteristics due to its geography and prevailing climatic condition. Remember, Brahmaputra gets flooded twice annually. One flood is caused by the melting of Himalayan snow in summer, and the second flood is due to the monsoon flow. When there is a heavy monsoon, then Brahmaputra get flooded, over flooded, and it disturbs the huge area of northeastern region. Next question is about the red rice. By which of the following name this red rice is very famous? Remember, it is very rich in iron and grown in the Brahmaputra valley of Assam. So this is important for the Assam exam. The correct answer is Baudhan. Red rice is known by the Baudhan, and also it is grown without using any chemical fertilizer. This variety is integral part of Assamese food, and like a brown rice and white rice, red rice also come with incredible health benefit. Like a presence of component in the red rice is very rich in nutrition. The component name is anthocyanin. This component is found in the red rice, and also due to this component, this rice is usually consumed either partially hulled or unhulled. You can see the diagram of red rice here. Next question is, the first consignment of Assam red rice was flagged off on 4th March 2021. In which of the following country this Assam red rice has been exported? And the exporter is LT Foods. The correct answer is in the US. This red rice has been exported and the quality check has been done by the APEDA. APEDA is a Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority, which particularly check the quality of the product when it gets exported. If we talk about the chairman of APEDA, then you can remember the name of chairman. Dr. M. Angamuthu is the chairman and he is from Haryana. So APEDA provide this approval of exporter of Assam red rice first consignment to the country USA. Next question is about the APEDA itself, because it is an important agency and was seen in news due to the red rice. Find the correct option in the context of Agricultural Processed Food Export Development Authority. The first point is, it is Apex Export Trade Promotion Active Government Body, which came into effect in 1986. The second is, this body was set up by the Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare. Remember, this question is very, very important. The correct option is one only, because the body was not set up by the Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare, but it is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, which functions to check the qualitative aspect of different products which get exported to the other countries. So that is it for today's lecture. If you have any query, then you can contact on these numbers. Keep studying. All the best. Thank you very much.